Hello, my name is Keith Howard, and this is video 3 out of 3 videos for the Professional Certificate in Coding Full Stack Development with MERN course by MIT. Deployment, additional features, app demonstration, and reflection. For this website, I am using Heroku to host it. I decided not to use Docker containers. I watched a video on deploying a React app with Node.js server on Heroku. To link my MongoDB to Heroku, I read a step-by-step tutorial using MongoDB Atlas. In my app, I ran npm build and copied the React build directory into a public folder I made in my server directory. Then I hosted the server in a Heroku app. I used MongoDB Atlas to connect my database to Heroku. For MongoDB Atlas, I chose the free tier because it offers enough clustering to provide high availability and scalability. Then I created a database and 2 collections in that cluster. I inserted the connection string that MongoDB generated in my application server code. Then at the end, I add my Mongo Atlas connection string to Heroku. Some challenges I experienced were, originally I was trying to host the site on AWS, but that was very challenging to me. I kept researching how to host a React app with Express Server on AWS, but all these videos and tutorials for hosting with Heroku kept coming up, so I decided to switch. Before using Mongo Atlas, I was trying to run my app on Heroku without it, but I was not connecting to the database. After researching how to facilitate this, that's when I came across MongoDB Atlas. As for additional features, I added a transaction history component to log a user's transactions. You can either see all of the logged in user's transactions or filter on either withdrawal or deposit. I built this feature because I thought it would be useful for a user to see all of their transactions. It felt more like a real application at that point, kind of like my banking app or maybe even yours. I added the use of local storage to store logged in user information as opposed to a context. I used local storage because during one of the course's office hours, I was told that it is better to save a token in local storage instead of a context. Initially, even though the transaction history worked, the console displayed 3 re-renders. I restructured my code to reduce them down to 2. These are screen captures of the user interfaces for create account, login, deposit, and withdraw. I will demonstrate my app's functionality now. So here is the home page. Let's create an account. So your email must be unique and your password must be at least 8 characters long. And all fields are required. Okay, so upon logging in, the nav bar is going to change drastically. So now we have all of our user experience components, and we have a little welcome Kevin. So let's see. We go to all data where I have the username, email, password, and balance. Let's make a few deposits. So let's see. Now we should have 20. So we have $35.50. All data. And we logged out. So let's log back in. Okay, let's withdraw some money. So here we can filter on deposit or withdraw, or we can see all of our transactions as well. And all of this information persists between logins. So if starting over, I would look for more shared commonalities to create shared components like my deposit and withdraw components. For example, all data, logout, and transaction history share the same pattern. I may be able to refactor into a single component. As well as some features I would like to implement are encrypt the password when storing, use a secure local storage when saving user token and password, and also multi-factor authentication. Also, I would like to implement multi-user authentication because Firebase doesn't support multi-user with username and password. I would have liked to implement user-to-user money transfer, and I would have liked to add roles for different users, like different roles between someone who works at the bank and customers. This completes my certificate program for MIT, Professional Certificate in Coding, Full Stack Development with MERN course. My time commitment was consistent throughout the 32 weeks. On average, I spent 20 to 25 hours on coursework, including reviewing online content, tutorials, and writing test programs. Thank you for watching my video.